Hey guys, James Lynch here doing a quick reaction video to the news that everyone is talking about right now in the MMA world, which is Conor McGregor and Khabib Nurmagomedov going back and forth on Twitter. And this goes beyond trash talk, some really personal stuff out there. Let's start with how this all started. Basically, you have Conor McGregor going on a bit of a tweet storm last night. I mean, he tweets every once in a while, but last night was definitely the most I think we've seen him tweet in quite some time. And first it was taking aim at Paulie Malignaggi. If you saw basically Paulie Malignaggi getting into it with Artem Lobov, who's fighting at bare knuckle. They had a presser in New York yesterday. He's going back and forth with him. And then out of nowhere, Conor starts going after Khabib Nurmagomedov and hinting at a rematch and things you think, are the usual trash talk between the two. And then Conor gets really personal, talking about Khabib Nurmagomedov's wife in a now deleted tweet, saying your wife is a towel. Of course, Khabib Nurmagomedov's wife, we don't really know much about her. There's not much in public, but, she, covers herself because she's Muslim. And Conor really, going for the jugular there, obviously insulting Khabib's religion and everything else. So things get really personal there. And then you have the tweet today by Khabib Nurmagomedov, which is talking about Conor McGregor and the allegations of sexual assault. Of course, that story last week in the New York Times came out, talking about Conor McGregor and some of the legal stuff he could be in right now, and just going for the jugular. And the line that really stood out to me at the end of this is saying, justice will find you. Here's the thing, guys. I love trash talk as much as anyone else. I talk about it a lot on my podcast and on these videos, but this is getting really personal, and I'm a bit worried that things could get really out of hand here. Maybe someone even getting killed. Before you call me over dramatic, just knowing these two, knowing who they have ties to. I mean, both of these fighters have ties to some pretty bad people in certain circles, and things could get really out of hand here. Interestingly enough, it's about a year ago we had the whole incident with Artem Lobov and Khabib Nurmagomedov at the hotel at UFC 223 where Khabib cornered Artem, and that's where Conor McGregor flew out and threw the dolly at the bus, and we know what happened there, and that led to the fight and everything else. I mean, this goes beyond promoting a fight. This is just really bad news. You could see someone get seriously hurt here in this, and this reminds me a lot, if anyone grew up in the 90s, of the whole back and forth between Tupac Shakur and Notorious B.I.G. With the East versus West. We saw both those guys get killed, and it's the type of insulting trash talk that you see where things get super personal. I think it's reaching a breaking point where something bad is seriously going to happen. And what does the UFC do here? I mean, some people have suggested, I saw Luke Thomas's tweet suggesting that the UFC should intervene, and I certainly think that's a solution in terms of getting this to die down a bit. But then where do you draw the line here in terms of what the UFC should be policing? So it's a really tough situation right now for the UFC. I think we can all agree that the tweets here have been pretty personal, no matter what side of the fence you're on. This is stuff you don't want to see in the sport. I mean, you look at someone like Ben Askren, who's done a good job of selling himself and selling his fights to his opponents, but it's never getting to this level when you're talking about people's families here. Just really bad situation overall. So I want to know what you guys think in the comment section below. Can the UFC do anything about this? What is the solution here? Here's the thing too, I have no interest in seeing this rematch. Conor was, defeated decisively in that fight. He was submitted in the 4th round. It wasn't like a close fight. I don't have any interest in this rematch. And the fact that these two are going at it, I really don't think is going to end well. So what do you think is the UFC's solution here? What do you do? Can you police this? Should you not police this? What's going to happen here? So I want to know what you guys think in the comment section below. Follow me on Twitter and on Instagram at Lynch on Sports, and subscribe to this YouTube channel, youtube.com/LynchOnSports. Thanks for watching.